Hey you guys, what's good? This is your boy Mato MTL, and today we are going to be comparing the brand new 2021 release of the Air Max 90 Bacon against the OG release from 2004. So without further ado, let's get into these sneakers. This sneaker has been dubbed one of the best Nike Air Max 90 designs ever made, and you'll totally understand why when you see this re-release. So I'm not going to go into too much depth and detail about the history of Dave's Quality Meats and Nike collabing on this sneaker. I actually went into a little deep dive of the history back in my other video when I restored my original 2004 pair. That was because the midsole was basically unwearable, everything cracked around the air unit. I'm going to save you the whole story here. You guys can go and check that out in my other video, which is in my description below and in one of the video cards. Now, if you didn't know this already, the Air Max 90 Bacon has been rumored to re-release for Air Max Month for a very long time. Everybody was thinking it was coming back in 2019, then 2020. Now, we finally have confirmation that the sneaker is back. It's 2021, so no more waiting, no more delay. Let's pick up the sneaker and let's take a look at what makes it so sizzlingly hot and delicious. I mean, just take a look at how those colors play together. The beautiful beige leather, the red nubuck, that soft pink swoosh and tongue, even the little colored air unit, it's deliciously beautiful. Let's take a closer look at the finer details of the 2021 design. Now, I want to preface this by saying the 2004 pair is obviously really old, there may be discoloration due to age, and it's a size 9.5 compared to a size 10.5. Also, the outsole and the midsole on this have been sole swapped and repainted, so it's not as OG as you can get, but I do have my pictures of the original midsole and outsole before they got sole swapped, so I'll throw those up here as well for the comparison. Starting with the toe box, you'll notice that the beige leather is quite dark. I'll chalk this up to aging because ultimately when I touch them both, they both feel about the same texture and they both feel about the same kind of plushness when it comes to the softness of the leather. So I'll chalk part of that color difference up to aging. Next, you'll notice that the nubuck red upper on the new pair is definitely more vibrant and brighter than the 2004 pair. Of course, I'll chalk this one up again to aging. When it comes to the beige mudguard, you'll notice on the 2004 pair that it's again quite dark. And when we compare it to the 2021 pair, I would say that the materials are basically the same type of short-haired suede, and ultimately, I'm going to chalk the color difference up to aging. Now, I have heard reports that the suede beige mudguard on the 2021 pair rides up a little bit higher than the original 2004 pair. Now, I can't necessarily confirm or deny this because I'm comparing a size 10.5 to a size 9.5, but ultimately on my new pair, it does look like it rides up quite a little bit higher, so it's definitely something to keep in mind. Moving on to the back of the sneaker, you'll notice that the Nike Air in the plastic back tab is basically the same, slight color differences. I would say that the 2021 pair is more vibrant, but again, it's probably more vibrant because it's brand new. Also, it's quite easy to see between the two pairs that the 2021 pair's leather, the same leather that you'll find around the toe box that we mentioned earlier, actually looks quite white. It's definitely a lighter cream type color than the dark beige brown that we have on the original 2004 pair. Now, this could be because the sneakers from 2004 have been worn in, but the texture of the leather is definitely more stiff on the 2001 pair. On the 2004 pair, it feels a little bit more plush and a little softer, and of course, this translates to the leather that's found on the interior of the sneaker. On the 2004 pair, you'll notice that quite a bit of the leather has actually started to come off, revealing a sort of plushy foam underneath. I'm not totally sure exactly what that material is, but if you look at the 2021 pair, it fits a lot closer to the base of the shoe, so it's definitely less plush. It's a little bit more stiff, and the material certainly feels different. But hopefully, this is an evolved technique from Nike to making leather interiors, and hopefully it's a little bit more future-proofed in terms of the way it ages. When it comes to the tongue of the sneaker, I wouldn't say any differences stand out. The same pink athletic mesh on the outside and the same soft beige interior can be found on the inside. When it comes to one of the main differences between the sneakers, you'll definitely see that in the coloring on the tongue label. The Nike Air Max on the 2021 release is a lighter brown background with a brighter, more vibrant red stitching. whereas on the 2004 pair, I would almost say that the color of the background is a dark grayish brown with a muted mahogany type red stitching. Now, again, this could potentially be chalked up to aging, but I do believe that the background colors tell a little bit of a different story, as this material is nylon and I wouldn't know it to age that drastically in terms of color change. When it comes to the Nike Air insoles, I would say that there's absolutely no difference between the two pairs. With all the textured plastic tooling bits that you'll usually find on an Air Max 90, I find them to be pretty much as close as possible to the original release. Now, of course, you'll notice that the pink leather swoosh on the 2021 release is a little bit more vibrant than the 2004 release, but again, we're going to chalk this one up to aging. The midsole and the outsole coloring look about exactly the same as the original colors on the midsole and outsole that I had on my 2004 pair. Lastly, we come to the final little touch that really makes this sneaker pop, and that's the pink hue inside of the air bubble. When it comes to the 2004 release, you'll be lucky to find a sneaker that was perhaps vacuum packed away, where you can actually see through the air bubble. Every single pair that I have encountered or seen on the market is actually completely clouded over and beige. You can hardly see through the air bubble. The last main difference between these two sneakers is the black Nike Air Max 90 box. Now, this isn't a major difference to notice between the sneakers, but fun little fact, something to be aware of. And now the fun extra little things between these two sneakers when they released. In the 2021 release, they came out with the little arch supports, which is a cool, fun little touch. I never really put these in my sneakers, but for those who need it, it's definitely helpful. Extra laces, both in bright red and a nice light pink. Let me know in the comments below whether you guys think this pair is unanimously loved, or if you actually really hate the colorway and don't understand the hype behind it. Frankly, I think this is one of the greatest Air Max 90s to have ever been created. Colorway-wise, this thing pops. I love it. So a major shout out to Dave Ortiz for coming up with the bacon Pantone colorway. The whole concept is absolutely bananas. Super happy to own my 2021 re-release. Hope you guys are able to scoop one up as well if you're looking to cop. So that's about it, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell below so you're one of the first ones to know as soon as I drop a brand new video. With that said, remember, you guys, wear your kicks, take care of them, and have a great day, you guys. Peace.